All right, this video is to go over how to route a Drumbrute impact through the Moog Minitaur synthesizer. So I'm covering these two specific pieces of equipment. However, these concepts kind of apply to anything that you want to run audio through, especially such as a synthesizer. So first, to go over the routing. So I have the Drumbrute impact, and I have a 1/4-inch cable into the audio out, and then just to follow it around, it's going it into the audio in of the Moog Minitaur, and then I have the audio out of the Moog Minitaur going straight into the interface. So the one thing to kind of keep in mind in all of this is that whatever channel your Moog Minitaur is on, the Drumbrute impact is going to share that same channel. So you essentially have two instruments on one channel. So that's just one thing to kind of keep in mind when you're doing whatever it is you're doing. So with the cabling all set up, there's a little bit more work involved as opposed to just hit and play. So I have the impact on. I have my volume all the way up. But when I hit play, I get nothing, even though the cables are all connected. There's no sound being generated. And the reason for that is because the envelope of the Minitaur is closed. So in order for sound to go through, it has to be open. And there's multiple ways to do that. And the way that I'm going to do it will be through Ableton, which I'll show that in a second here. So the method that I'm going to use to open up the envelope on the Minitaur is use Ableton. I'm going to send a single long MIDI note over to the Minitaur. And I'm using Ableton to route it. So when I have the MIDI note play the Minitaur, I get this. So I have that note being held open. So what I can now do is, because it's open, I can now play the Drumbrute. Turn the volume on. But obviously you don't want this playing. So what we'll do is we'll turn VCO1 and VCO2 off. So now I have just the Drumbrute running through the Minitaur and then into the interface. And with this, I can use the filter to make adjustments. So that's how you do it. And the one thing that you'll see is, as soon as I have as soon as I end this drone note that goes to the Minitaur, the drums are going to go off because the envelope will be closed. So I'm going to stop it, and then you hear it fade out. And that's because the Minitaur is no longer playing. The Drumbrute's still playing. You can see all the lights still going, volume knobs all the way up, but it doesn't produce sound because this is now closed. So hopefully this gives you some ideas of how to route your equipment through other equipment.